Throughout its expansive history, the United States has explored the addition of several territories into its fold, some more unexpected than others. While many are familiar with the ongoing discussions regarding Puerto Rico's status and the historical attempts to acquire Greenland, fewer may know about Cuba's near transition from a Spanish colony to a potential U.S. state. This chapter of history is not only fascinating but also illuminates the complex interplay of imperialism, diplomacy, and national sovereignty that characterized the late 19th and early 20th centuries. By the late 19th century, Cuba was one of the last remnants of Spain's once glorious empire in the Americas. The island was ripe with social unrest and revolutionary fervor against Spanish rule. These conditions set the stage for a significant geopolitical drama involving Spain, Cuba, and the emerging power of the United States. The pivotal moment came on February 15, 1898, when the USS Maine, an American naval ship, exploded under mysterious circumstances in Havana Harbor, killing 266 crew members. Although the cause of the explosion was never definitively proven, the incident was quickly seized upon by U.S. media and politicians to drum up support for intervention in Cuba, leading to the rallying cry, "Remember the Maine, go away Spain." The explosion led to the outbreak of the Spanish-American War in April 1898. A decisive and relatively brief conflict, it resulted in a humiliating defeat for Spain and the Treaty of Paris later that year, wherein Spain relinquished control over Cuba, along with ceding Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines to the United States. Following the war, Cuba was placed under U.S. military administration, effectively making it a U.S. protectorate. During this period, the United States wielded considerable influence over Cuba's political and economic life, guiding its transition from a Spanish colony to an independent state. However, despite the strong presence of the U.S. in Cuban affairs, the annexation of Cuba as a U.S. state was explicitly ruled out from the onset of the conflict. The Teller Amendment, proposed by U.S. Senator Henry Teller and adopted by Congress in April 1898 before the war began, declared that the United States would not establish permanent control over Cuba. This amendment was vital in securing the support of anti-imperialist factions within the U.S. and assuring other world powers of America's intentions. Cuba's path to independence was formalized with the establishment of the Republic of Cuba on May 20, 1902. However, this independence came with strings attached, notably through the Platt Amendment. This legislation, inserted into the Cuban Constitution under pressure from United States, stipulated the right of the U.S. to intervene in Cuban affairs and mandated leases for naval bases, including the now infamous Guantanamo Bay. The story of Cuba's near annexation provides a window into a period when the United States was aggressively expanding its influence. While Cuba never became a U.S. state, the implications of American policies during this era left a lasting impact on Cuba's national development and its relations with the United States.